with the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Bridgewater. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. Cook, a first down and more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
From the 30 on second down, Bridgewater. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll go down at the 28. Brissett to throw on first. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Julian Love picks it. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Seven yards there and a first down. Here's Bridgewater. In trouble, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
On third down, Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To the air again with Bridgewater. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Cook is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Brissett on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Brissett. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
Yeah, now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, Gibson. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Gibson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 2 yards on the pickup there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Will Fuller with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Second down at 5.
Brissett. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Antonio Gibson
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Bengals are closing in further here in the 4th quarter.
for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills.
Doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 26 months.
Bridgewater to throw it. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action now. Brissett. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Darrell Taylor showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play fake. Brissett. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Brissett. It's complete to Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Sharp calls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about it.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Here's Bridgewater. And he's brought down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bridgewater now. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys, got the mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I gotta be in with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chopped it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but didn't take a sin. I didn't even